Good morning, man. Greg Silverado reporting from the front. Got the dog out here. Fucking traffic going by. It's all good. Trying to juggle about 4 things at once. Anyway, yeah. See, got my hair hat. This time of year, I'm really glad I got long hair, man. I really am. And that's what happens when you don't cut it, it fucking grows. So anyway, hair hats, cold weather. I'm going to talk about the grand solar minimum. I know, I've brought it up a couple of times, especially when I was drunk. I don't even know what the fuck I was saying back then, but... yeah, I mean, the evidence points to us going into what they call a grand solar minimum. And that's going to be... like a new ice age. Well, okay, it's easy to say. It's winter time. It's cold out. Yeah, easy to say that. But the facts remain that Biscuit taking a shit in the front yard, that doesn't affect global warming. Me starting my car, people driving by. They don't have a fucking thing to do with global warming, because there ain't no such thing as global warming. There might be climate change. Oh, fuck yeah, there's always climate change. It's fucking winter. Well, let's see. You go back in my videos, a couple, and I'll be sitting on the front porch saying that... There goes Bruce. This guy does a drone thing here in Tucson. Anyway, what the fuck was I saying? It's early. I just got up. Cheers to you, lads. Hair hats and the grand solar minimum. I'll tell you what. If I'm going to give you guys a couple of links to what I'm talking about in the description box. And the reason I even bring it up is because I've lived in the same house for like 25 years. Biscuit. Don't go out there. Anyway, I've lived here for 25 years. Biscuit's lived with me for 10 years. My daughter brought him up 10 years ago, almost exactly 10 years ago. So he's like 11 years old. But when you live in the same place for a very long period of time, and you observe what's going on with the weather, all that kind of shit. Hey, buddy. You notice changes that occur, even if they're really small changes. You notice those changes. I've been noticing some real sort of subtle changes. For instance, we've had droughts before, but we've never had a period during the summer where we went for that long without any clouds in the sky. It was fucking amazing. So that's... They say that cosmic rays cause clouds. CERN is doing a bunch of experiments. The cloud experiment at CERN is saying that cosmic rays cause fucking clouds. Okay? And so whatever was going on earlier this summer, it went crazy for a while. We had 400% of our normal rain. 400% of normal rain. We had I think here in where I live, I think we had around 1.5 feet. That's a lot of fucking rain. That's a 0.5 meter of rain. And it was within about a month. So it was unusual. This grand solar minimum going forward, I'll tell you what. The weather that we're going into is like the weather that we had in 1967 in California. It rained... that sounds good. It rained for 3 weeks every single day in 1967. I remember that. I was just a little kid. And if you look at the charts in the links I'm going to give you, you'll see that the weather patterns are going back to what it was like in the mid-60s. I think that's interesting. But it also proves something. It proves to me that man... we have such a small impact. This volcano that just blew up, Agung, You know, that and all the other volcanoes going up. Oh yeah, that's another thing. You start listening to these guys, you know, like Adapt 2030, Diamond at Oppenheimer Ranch. They talk about the grand solar minimum. They don't talk about global warming because these men are fucking educated. These scientists that are talking about global warming, man, they don't have a fucking clue. They're paid for, they sign non-disclosures, they can't tell the truth. So I think that, you know, the prudent plan would be to plan for cold weather, not plan for hot weather. You know, it gets to be 115, 120 degrees here, so it doesn't bother me. You know, I'm more acclimated to that kind of weather than I am cold. So for me, it's going to be adapting to a colder climate, which I think we're going to have. I'm also going to link a story from, I think it was the Arizona Republic, 1967. There was 56 inches of snow in Arizona, up in Flagstaff. But still, even down here, I think there was a foot or two. That was the kind of weather that we saw back then. Lots of rain, really cold, and it was like that, I think, for a couple of years. And then I remember in the 70s reading a lot of articles about the new ice age, the coming ice age. Yeah, coming fucking ice. This is back in the 70s. Nothing about global warming. Yeah, we made a lot of smog and shit back then. You know, things burn a lot cleaner now. Cars run a lot cleaner. I don't think we're dirtying this place up as much as they say. Anyway, check out the links below. They're really cool. You like these guys. That Diamond from Oppenheimer Ranch, fucking dude cracks me up, man. It's like having the weather comedian. Anyway, it's even with my hair hat and a fucking jacket and shit, man, it feels cold out here. You can see me shaking. I gotta go in. Later, dudes.